Hey guys, it's the LiftMaster Door Guy here today. I have an old video for you. However, it is not on my door because it needs a little bit more work than what I have on it at the moment. Well, let's go ahead and show it here. In with the mess of absolutely everything, we have a Perma Power. This unit, I believe it dates to the I'm thinking about early 60s is this unit, the date on this. It might even be late 50s, but whatever the case may be, this is among one of the first units to have the electronic control board, which it no longer does because that board malfunctioned, and so I'll show you what I did there in a minute. But anyway, yes, the reason this is not on my door, let's start off with that, is I need to do a little more work on the limit system on it, which I'll show to you when we're in the video. And once I can get this all fixed up, I will put it on the door for another video. So let's go ahead here and explain the rebuild of this, which, as you can see, we have a set of commercial contacts in here. I had to add, this is the inside of the unit. The control board was just this little tiny thing. I'll flip this over the rest of the way here. The control board was this little thing that stood right here, and it had a relay and stuff on it. And something malfunctioned in that control board unit, and so the opener would not operate. So basically, I set up a wiring diagram for myself to follow, and I put this set of commercial contacts in here and made it so that after I hit my 24-volt push button right there in the back, the contacts pull in and they will stay in until the opener hits the limit right here on top, and that will break the power to the contacts just for a second, the 24 volts, and then the contacts will release until the next cycle. And then there's a reversing switch inside the motor that makes it run in the other direction. So once it gets to the top and has completed an up cycle, then the motor automatically runs down. So let's go ahead and let's run this unit, and I'll show you what my issue was with my limits and whatnot. Here, plug this in, and my button on the back. Let's go ahead and hit this. And like I said, no limits. I gotta hit this manually. So there we go, and that releases my contacts. Now I will run this down for you, and we'll stop it before it gets down, just so I can run it again. And I manually stopped that. I'm going to run this one more time, and then I'm going to let it hit the limit and show you what my issue is. Real neat unit. There's the motor in that thing. As you can see how big that motor is. And the contacts right there, they just, like I said, when I hit it, I can't really show you because I only have two hands. Let's run this down one more time. This time I'm going to let it hit the limit switch and show you what my dilemma is with the limits. So it's all fine and dandy. Triggers it, turns it off. But what's going to happen when I go to hit that again to run it back up? There's my problem. I didn't think about that when I built that limit. Originally there was a switch on top right here mounted in these two holes, but there was no cams or anything on the chain. And so I had to take those cams. I got this cam off an old Alistair, and I put it on here. Well, I just rigged it up using the same switch setup, but that didn't work because I didn't think it through far enough. So now I'm not sure how to solve this problem. I've got to make it so that when it hits this, it can hit it and turn it off, but then when it goes back by to go the other direction, it can't turn it off then, because now you're stuck in this never-ending cycle, which keeps just going and going. So, in order to eliminate that, now I've got to take my 24 volts right here, pull them off, and with one hand here, touch them together. It's only 24 volts. So now that switch is not going to do anything. Hold on, let's set this down for a minute. Alright, now we can run this the other way. So, that's the issue. Real quiet for an old unit like this. There's that wire there is the antenna wire. We're going to go ahead and unplug this. And basically this unit does not have built-in radios, but it has the capability for built-in radios. There's a module that plugs into this port right here, which I've stuck a jumper in so that I can get my push buttons to run. And apparently that module sits inside here and it utilizes this antenna. I'd like to find that. Here's the cover for it. Just a tan colored cover, beat up, one single light bulb. This is the thermal light delay, however I took that out because that filament on it is burning up or something, and whenever it gets too hot it'll smoke, so I just took that out of there. Aside from that, yeah, there we are at the Perma Power. This company made openers for Sears for a little while before Sears was sold to Chamberlain. So if you have a really, really, really old Sears, it would have been made by the Perma Power company. So there we are. Yeah, so once I figure out a way to solve this, if somebody can help me out on solving this limit switch issue, again what I need to do is I need to make it so that when the cam hits it, it will turn it off, but then it goes up here, and then when it goes back by it, you know, I can't have it turn it off, of course. So I'm not sure, again, how to solve that. I was thinking about rigging up something with 2 switches. I don't know. So that's the issue. Once that's solved, like I said, I'll make a video of it on the Relante up there. So check back and subscribe to the channel. Next Sunday there will be another really awesome video. I don't really know how to give you any clues without giving it away. But yeah, check in next Sunday. Subscribe.